All right, howdy, YouTube. We are back for some first round coverage of the three check World Championship 2023, the first match that I've covered in this year's tournament. As we've seen the last 2 years, we've covered more and more matches, and they've only gotten better. And this year's bracket is actually completely stacked, a way bigger bracket than last year. And in this match, I thought we were going to see a good one, and we are. If you'll notice the score, Mahendra has 2 points, and jrpahdi has 1 point. This is first to 10, so the first person to catch that 5.5 is going to take this one home. And this looks like it might just be better for black here. I mean, you're up a pawn. You have this uninfluenced pawn structure. Maybe white just has slightly more play here. You're onto this half-open file. You've got g7 eyed up here with the bishop, maybe a rook. But these queens will come off, right? And that always takes a lot of pressure off of the side defending. Okay, so the queens don't come off, and now you get rook g3. Okay, bishop g4 was played immediately, so I guess the response was all calculated from there. They were not fearing rook g3. Okay, so the queens do come off. Now black has to be preferred, right? I mean, these rooks aren't doubling anytime soon. You would really have to go to the E file or maybe the C file. C file is a decent plan because this stuff can happen, you double up. But also, the second you play D4, you're getting in the way of your own attack. And you're putting your pawn on a dark square, so I think this structures might have to hang out until black is going to, you let black make the first move, right? Yeah, you invite e5. It's a little scary though, huh? Takes. Didn't look very good. So rook f1 chosen. Now this rook though, it just went to the c file. And then the bishop went in front of it, and then you get e5. Black is finally making a move, and yeah, rook f1 seemed a little bit off, right? Like the rook shouldn't be moving twice in a row. Oh, now you're dropping 2 pawns? Oh no. So now you're just gonna get killed on the queen side. The queen comes off. Suddenly you have no real threat of some attack here. Oh no, and this rook is just helplessly moving around, and you're dropping another pawn from this. Oh no. So what to even do? What to even do here? Okay. I was thinking you might pick up this pawn, but you're gonna lock this bishop in here? That seems wrong. To hold on to an outside pawn, that b5 seems like a major inaccuracy, if not just a straight blunder. Oh man, Mahi low on the clock. How about a rook getting to this open file here? Then suddenly you're weak on the back rank. Basically have to go back. Oh, and this square is defended by the bishop. Oh no. Yeah, Mahi's gonna have to throw in the towel here. Okay, pick up the e5 pawn. Why was this not picked up? Then you're at least tying down the rook. Yeah, this is such an active piece. These pawns are gonna get rolling. Your king's got to get to h2. King's already on h7 here. Oh no. This, and then you get c2 with some tempo. At least the bishop was defended. Oh, how do you get out of this? Bishop b2 you could just take. Okay. Mahendra resigns. 2-2. This match is flying, so that's why I decided to hop in the ring. I wasn't quite sure if I would have time to cover this one, but my god, I'm glad we're here for this one, YouTube. Oh man, and Mahi's my buddy, so I would like to see him win. The guy has the most 3-check games on Lichess. Plays a lot of 3-check in general, but a lot of hyper games, myself as well. The 30-second time control fits pretty well for 3-check. With Black's disadvantage to start, we do have to make that clear in the first video of this year's playlist. Yeah, Black does start at a pretty serious disadvantage as long as White plays e4. As long as e4 is on the board, or even knight c3. Knight f3 gets a little weird. Like you mostly transpose back into these main lines, but yeah, one knight f3 can get a little bit weird. Yeah, you want to be playing 1e4 if you're just starting 3-check, especially if you just want to, you know, keep that main advantage. White starting at about something like plus 2.8. It almost sees us as a whole minor piece. Oh, okay. I like this. Takes, check, and knight g6 will be played.
Check.
No? Oh, I guess the other... No. Because you could take with the pawn. This is lost. I don't like this at all. Oh, there's an in-betweener?
Check.
But there's just taking here. And the second you move, there's checking ideas at least. Oh, but Black does have 2 checks. Oh, and you're lost. They just totally fell asleep on that. Maybe there was no way to stop it, and it was just meant to be a deceptive line. Yeah, that got really tricky fast. Yeah, the queen h5 stuff. Man, that was nutty. That was really nutty. Mahendra plays some super complicated lines, which is why I really did think that this would be a great place to start, because Mahendra plays a serious brand of tricky 3-check. And like I just said before, e4 is the way to start, but Mahendra will play some tricky stuff like knight c3, knight f3, and e3. Yeah, there are these e3 setups as well, much more positional. A lot of the times, if you can target f7 or f2, if somehow, you know, White was behind a million tempo and Black could attack f2 the way that White can attack f7. Yeah, attacking f7, it's one of the most basic tactics in chess. It's just attacking a weak point on the king side. But it really works in 3-check. Like, if Black is slacking on development and you can get a knight to, like, g5 and take on f7, quite frankly, it's almost over. And we're going to see something here. Yeah, there are just so many light score weaknesses. You're actually threatening a check as well. Also here. And then there are some sort of ideas for a knight rerouting to come up with a check. Not so much right here because the square would be defended. But yeah, right here, this is a super sensitive square. And how do you defend it? Queen can't go here. Maybe the queen goes to e7. This needs to be defended, though. Knight h6 also to be considered. Okay, knight h6 I actually kind of like. Obviously, taking, there would be check, and this would be lost. The knight goes back, take, this. You have a queen. Oh, and also this would be giving another check as well, so... Yeah, there'd be no taking. There would be this check first. It's almost missing that, yeah. So taking... Looks so appealing, right? Because the knight is hanging. The knight's not protected. Another tricky, fun thing about 3-check. Get these very deceptive moves. Whoa, what? Queen g5? How about taking right away, and then you're threatening to move with a check, and threaten a check, and you're threatening a check. Yeah, this is going to be played. And of course there's no king takes because of queen f3 check. Would finish the sequence. You'd be moving ahead with check, and you'd be moving ahead with another check. Getting comment from the CM in the chat. Our buddy Dumbledore. Nicely played by Mahendra. Yeah, I agree. Okay,
Check.
this is game over. Do you have to get this in though? To play safely or to lose? Yeah, I think you gotta play Rook F1. Yeah. Doesn't look fun, but might be able to play Bishop B5. Your queen's not really getting out here. So yeah, Bishop B5. Oh, you have to be a little bit careful here. I mean, black does not have any checks, so it's going to be really hard. Yeah, and this rook is always defended. This is going to be impossible for black. Like, this is made in... Oh, he found it. He found Bishop B5. Oh. How about... This queen will just... Oh, he wants the bishop involved. I don't like this idea as much. Oh, also you're hanging a rook. What? So this game got really weird. Is there going to be enough of a complication? I don't even think black can take here because you need to get a defender. You need some sort of defender. And you need coordination, right? Like you need to basically get at least one of these rooks in. Because if you want any play, it's going to be along the F file. This bishop doing almost nothing here. You get this with tempo. This is not struck, but it doesn't even matter. Material is not the issue right now. Okay, how about takes? Or maybe just queen d3 right away. This is so wacky. This doesn't work now. And now this doesn't work because this bishop is just dominating the long diagonal. So Mahi went wrong here. Oh, he does play bishop b4. I pointed this move out, but I don't... No, it should be working because this... Yeah, and then you're still on the light squares. Takes... Queen d3. Taking the rook would be forced? Oh, okay, so you do kick the queen back. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna get takes. Queen d3. Rook takes f1. Queen takes f1. No? Yeah, it's lost now. Because you're controlling all these squares.
Check.
Yeah. Dumbledore said queen b5 missed. Yeah, it was just over for white anyhow. That was a rough one. Okay, so Mahi up 4-2. Mahendra. He wants the glory. Oh, you were baiting them out for d4 there. Because then there's some ideas of like taking, knight takes, and you're moving ahead with a check. The king has to go uncastled. There's some ideas of a big queen sack for black. It's part of like the tricky lines here. Yeah, this 97 stuff. Politia, who is Leonard Otis, chess photographer, big 3-check enthusiast, buddy of the stream, and playing this year's tournament as well. Yeah, he plays a lot of these lines with 97. Then the knight will usually get over to g6. You're welcome to some exchanges. But this looks pretty good. If black can get castled and get in f5, that is typically gonna be good for black, or at least pretty solid, which is all black can ask for. There's a reason why black kind of has to play for tricks. Is like if white plays the solid stuff, you gotta be playing something to confuse your opponent. Yeah. We bring this up every year, but 3-check is pretty broken for engines, because I mean white is gonna hold that advantage. It's like minor piece odds or something. Ooh, queen h5 here. Okay, getting the queens off, always the strat for black. Or not always, but yeah, it takes a lot of that pressure off. Okay, if you can get something this in and then a queen exchange. JrPahdi, though, they do not, seem to like to exchange the queen, yeah. And with white, it makes sense. In the last game, we saw it, well, it was the first game that we watched. jrPahdi with black, yeah, did not want to exchange the queens. But eventually did, and yeah, they won that game. Black exchanging queens takes the most threatening piece off the board. The evaluation shifts a ton. Then you enter a technical phase. And anything can happen. Oh, that must have been unintentional there. I mean, you are up the minor piece, so is it really a concern? Oh, what are these bishops doing, though? Your bishops are at home. Biting on a structure. Biting on your own structure. Imagine if this ever happened. Could kick back like... I guess d8. Bishop d8, it looks okay. Oh, and then the queen. If you can kick the queen over here, yeah, this is a good idea. Bishop d8. Your queen's gonna get kicked to the irrelevant queen side over here with a couple major pieces lurking. Some plan of king h8 and g5 and getting a rook over. Since this rook can never get to f6, you have to be lining up these ideas of getting the rook over. But also king to dark square bishop around. It's behind all these pawns now, but okay, this queen, you're actually giving him b4? No, what? What is this? Now you can play something, maybe c5? This seems like you're just begging to trap your own queen. Okay, takes, something. My god, if this bishop gets here, black is completely won. This already looks better for black. Yeah, what went so wrong here? The clock and the position both favoring black. Oh man, yeah, and these light squares are so weak. How do you even defend this? Yeah, I think this... Okay, there are always some ideas like this. So do you have to sack a bishop? Could you sack your bishop? Takes this? Oh, okay. This idea I looked at earlier, this bishop h4 stuff, with the queen obviously pinning this pawn. Yeah, now you're taking away this threat. The rook would be recapturing. If there was something like the king had to capture, there might be some problems. Oh my. He dropped the queen. Oh no, now there's a check though.
Check.
Oh no. This went completely haywire. How do you get this queen onto this light square? Something like this. Obviously you don't have this square. Or just this right away. Takes in this. Okay, so you take with check. Oh, you take with the rook! Black still wins! Oh, okay. Good thing you didn't make a quick pre-move. Yeah, rook or bishop. Oh man, that was an absolutely thrilling ending. And we're sitting on match point here, people. This could be the last game. Mahendra with white. Does Mahi play e4? No, okay. With the bishop c5 stuff, you have to play e3. Well, in this weird line, a lot of the times when you play e4 and bishop c5 is played, it's bad because you slap the knight on c3 and you get in d4. And there's no moving ahead with check. Yeah, the bishop c5 stuff is usually bad. What? Free bishop? And then you have like a ton of active material? Oh, okay. This is just stronger anyways. And you could go... No, this is over. Takes. King takes.
Check.
Yeah. Knight g5, check. This is going to be a resigner here. It's knight g5, check. Oh, obviously, yeah, you don't even have the bishop check at first. But if you go back, or if you go back, well done, Mahi. Well done. Oh, that's awesome. Good to see the homie who's in all the comments of the last year's videos. Mahi has been following along. He didn't play last year either, so this is his time to shine.